Breaking Barcelona news ahead of El Clásico. The tension is rising before Sunday's massive showdown between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. Marcus Rashford has showered Pedri with huge praise, calling him one of the most talented players he's ever trained with. Meanwhile, there's drama in training as Jules Kounde and Andreas Christensen both miss sessions due to knocks and illness. But there's good news too, with Raphinha, Ferran Torres and Frenkie de Jong expected to return. And if that wasn't enough, Lamine Yamal has already added fuel to the fire before the Clásico by boldly saying, "Real Madrid rob." Get ready, Barca fans, we've got all the updates, reactions and fiery quotes you need before the first El Clásico of the season. Marcus Rashford waxes lyrical about Barcelona midfield sensation ahead of El Clásico. As Barcelona gear up for an all-important Clásico against Real Madrid this weekend, players such as Pedri are going to play a crucial role for the Blaugrana. The young midfielder, who has been an ever-present figure in Barcelona's starting lineup for over a year and a half, is one of the team's most gifted talents, as admitted by one of his teammates, Marcus Rashford. In a recent interview with ESPN, the English international revealed how Pedri is one of the best players he has seen in training and what makes him such a special star. Rashford heaps praise on Pedri. Rashford was initially asked about the player who has impressed him the most in training at Barcelona so far this season. The Englishman initially named Lamine Yamal as the most prominent one, but went on to talk about Pedri and how great a midfielder he is. There are many very talented players in the team, but the most prominent without a doubt is Lamine Yamal, and for me Pedri is truly amazing, he began. I knew he was a great player before I came here, but playing alongside him every day is a real pleasure, he said. Rashford went on to address how it is important that he has forged relationships with these great players after joining Barcelona this season. This on-field relationship, which I'm still learning day by day, is extremely important because on match day it makes a difference. Very happy with how good these players are, and I think playing alongside them is the ideal situation for any player, he said. The on-loan Manchester United winger, who has every chance to be retained by Barcelona beyond the end of the season, was then asked what makes Pedri such a special talent. It's hard to pick just one thing because there are so many things I already knew about him, he said. I think his understanding of the game is one of his greatest strengths, and that's been clear since he started playing with the first team. His ability to handle the ball is amazing, and that's not surprising. Maybe if I had to choose one thing, I'd say his dribbling ability, he added. He's excellent at dribbling, but that's also not strange because he hardly ever loses the ball, he stated further. Finally, Rashford talked about Pedri's importance to the team and how Barcelona tend to score a lot of goals when he is in form. It's great to have him on the team, and if Pedri is on his game, there's a high chance the team will score a lot of goals. I hope he continues to play at this level for himself and for all of us, he concluded. Barcelona defensive ace missed training due to a knock ahead of El Clásico. Barcelona have already begun preparations for Sunday's Clásico against Real Madrid with several updates from the medical department, most of them positive, as a number of players could be available again for Hansi Flick. Indeed, Raphinha is all set to make his way back into the squad after recovering from an injury he sustained in late September. Ferran Torres too is fully fit and ready to feature. Meanwhile, Frenkie de Jong is expected to return to the squad after missing training on Thursday due to illness. On the other hand, Jules Kounde did not join the team on the pitch yesterday after picking up a minor knock. The French defender opted to train separately in the gym to avoid aggravating the issue. According to club sources, there's no cause for concern as it was a minor knock that hasn't worsened, and Kounde is expected to rejoin the team soon. As such, the plan is for Kounde to rejoin the group today and train normally ahead of Sunday's match at the Santiago Bernabéu. If everything proceeds as planned, both Kounde should be back in full training by midday, along with de Jong, allowing Barcelona to approach Sunday's Clásico with two key reinforcements as they travel to Madrid for one of the most important matches of the season. What about Andreas Christensen? Meanwhile, Andreas Christensen also missed training on Thursday after having been ruled out of the Olympiacos clash due to gastroenteritis. The Danish defender's inclusion in the squad against Real Madrid will depend on how he feels in the coming hours and how he responds in the next session. If everything goes as expected, he will rejoin the group. As things stand, only Gavi, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Joan Garcia, and Dani Olmo are definitely ruled out of the Clásico for Barcelona. Barcelona head to the Spanish capital on Sunday afternoon to face Real Madrid in the first El Clásico of the season, with plenty on the line for both sides, after unconvincing starts to the season. There will be no shortage of competitive angst, but Lamine Yamal has added a little more spice to proceedings ahead of the clash. Last weekend, Barcelona manager Hansi Flick was sent off during a match, a decision many at the club believe was unfair. Following the incident, it was confirmed that Flick's suspension appeal had been rejected, meaning he will miss the El Clásico against Real Madrid. After the ruling, Barcelona president Joan Laporta hinted that there might be influence from Real Madrid behind some referee decisions, saying that even if it wasn't direct, it certainly seemed like it. However, Thibaut Courtois didn't take long to fire back. Less than 2 days later, the Real Madrid goalkeeper accused Laporta of trying to distract attention from Barcelona's own problems, specifically the ongoing corruption case involving payments to a former member of Spain's referees committee. Lamine Yamal, Real Madrid rob, decisions? On Thursday night ahead of the game, Lamine Yamal appeared alongside media personality Ibai Llanos as part of a promotional event for the Kings League, in which Lamine Yamal is the president of a team. Asked about Los Blancos, Lamine Yamal was blunt if nothing else. Yes, they rob, they complain, they do things. Man, let's see, Lamine Yamal said. It is not a discourse that is alien to Barcelona, with Laporta often insinuating that Real Madrid are favored by officials. Real Madrid also happened to think the same of Barcelona. Lamine Yamal could change celebration for Clásico. Lamine Yamal's team, La Capital FC, face Llanos' side, Porcinos FC, on Friday night in the Kings League, upon which they placed a bet as recounted by MD. If La Capital FC win, then Llanos will be forced to wear a Barcelona shirt, while Lamine Yamal has promised to make an eye for Ibai shape if he is celebrating a goal at the Bernabeu, or Porcinos to come out victorious. So there you have it. Rashford praising Pedri, Kounde and Christensen fighting to be fit, and Lamine Yamal firing shots at Real Madrid just days before El Clásico. Barcelona will travel to the Santiago Bernabeu full of belief and with several key players returning, even without Hansi Flick on the touchline. Do you think Barca can silence Madrid at home and prove the critics wrong? Drop your predictions in the comments below and tell us who you think will be the hero of El Clásico. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for all the latest Barcelona news, El Clásico updates and transfer stories.